Can we give Beta her own room, please? Or can we let her personalize that server room she's always at? She needs a place to sleep.
I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space.
With ancient metal eyes and black bracelets. Yay. Oh, what a surprise. It's just stuff. Maybe this will be interesting.
I wonder where this leads.
Time to go on an adventure.
Power cells? Huh.
Power cells? Bring one just in case. I'm sure we'll need it down the line. Down here?
That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Oh. Huh. Yeah, I guess it was.
Oh. Wait, this is where Beta... This is where Beta is? Hey. How are things going? You doing all right?
Hey, me again. Was there something else?
She doesn't have the symbol on top of her, so we gotta check in with her.
So, have you been going through more of the recordings for my focus? What about studying HEPHAESTUS? Have you been doing that?
A little. It's quite different from the subordinate function that escaped Gaia Prime 20 years ago.
How so?
It's mutating, changing its own code. At this rate, we'll never capture it.
We'll find a way.
If you say so.
Yeah, she's doing her little defeatist thing again, which... It's normal, I guess, but it's not good for morale.
So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing.
Whoa!
But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover.
She mad at me for almost dying? Because that would mean that everyone else would die? Not because it was dangerous for myself? Well, okay, that hurts a little bit.
You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter.
I don't think I'd be suited for any of them.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
Interesting reaction from Beta. Well, I guess that's it for now.
That's enough for now.
Good.
Well, kind of like that she was saying, oh, I could never do something that you could. Showing a little bit of, humility, I guess. Just, you know, don't be so antisocial and you suck, you're horrible at everything you do.
Why is this door locked now?
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal space. I have locked it at her request.
Okay, good.
Okay.
She has her own room. Sweet. It's just not in the same area as us, that's all. So back around here... I know we didn't talk to Gaia yet. I'm just looking around. Oh! Okay. Sure, that works. I don't know how... Actually, I don't know how that worked at all, but... it worked. That's all that matters. Ravager override. Oh, I can... Oh my god, I can make a lot... Whoa! I can make all of these because I've been collecting so many random parts. Okay. But if I use it, it might mean that I won't be able to, like, buy new weapons and stuff. But whatever. Do it. Do it. Great. Rollerback. Ravager. Skydrifter. Snapmaw. Spike Snout. Stalker. Damn, we got a lot. Yeah, no Fireclaw yet. Scorcher Scanning Ear. I'm gonna abandon job. Yeah, just to make it a little bit less clustered. I mean, I'll still... Oh, this might be the last cauldron, Kappa? There's 5 more. Cool, we actually got more than I thought we would. But we'll see. The rest of the stuff we'll just play by ear. If we can override a shell snapper, oh my god. Yeah, let's just get this upgrade, whatever. Weapon upgrades. Yeah, I'm missing the stuff. I'm missing stuff, basically. This is my... No, this is Varl and Zoe's room. Utaru Plowhorn figure. Pretty neat room.
Well, that's gonna haunt my nightmares.
What are you looking at? Okay, I think we're ready now. Trying to look for the stairs. Here we are. What was this side? That's where we came out of, I think? GAIA! I've got it.
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter.
I have! But I'm gonna keep you waiting. Hold on.
There we go. More data for the dome.
Oh, I saw it that time. It was this one.
An excellent choice.
Oh, this is pretty. I like it. It's the Stand of the Sentinels area, right? Pretty. Can I talk to you before inserting the kernel? I don't think so. Well, that's it. I got all 3.
Aloy. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb HEPHAESTUS, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
Good.
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on HEPHAESTUS. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here.
Oh!
Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it?
I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Kotallo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it.
Then we need a higher level of clearance.
There is no higher... Ted Farrow's Omega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco.
That might be all I need.
Why is it so hidden?
Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators?
I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
Okay, this conversation's going somewhere. Nobody blew up in each other's faces.
Alva said the Quen have a ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins of San Francisco. That's where I need to go.
Ted Farrow and Thebes?
Aloy, I have managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
Understood.
Pharaoh's tomb. Wow. Why is his shelter so hidden? It's even more hidden than the Alphas' bunker. Yeah, because he thinks he's so important that he needs his own little place, right? Was there anybody else there? God.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
Hey, subtitle background, me again.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus.
Never mind.
With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
Would it be? Because if your plan is to have everyone spread out, you're gonna leave Beta right here? That seems a bit dangerous too. She should be going with one of you guys, right? Beta, I don't think anything has ever gone well in her life before, so it's really easy for her to be negative.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Gaia!
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Gaia, it's a surprise! You're not supposed to tell me about it! Even though I probably won't like it.
Is Kotallo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
Well, if you want to share it, I would love to know about it.
So our plan to capture HEPHAESTUS. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that HEPHAESTUS will not respond to your Alpha clearance, which is why you will need to procure Ted Farrow's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for HEPHAESTUS. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove HEPHAESTUS's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
I feel like we're making some assumptions with this plan though. Because if we know that HEPHAESTUS wrote out the Alpha clearance, what's to say that HEPHAESTUS didn't also write out the Omega clearance? And we can't test it, because we don't have a sample of it. Beta can test it because she is the Alpha clearance. I guess that's the best of what we have though. We don't have another plan.
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Farrow create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot, one that will allow us to subdue HEPHAESTUS. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco.
Okay, so I guess we're assuming that HEPHAESTUS doesn't even know about the Omega clearance themselves either. Which I feel like is not how computers work. Like, if the Omega clearance does something to HEPHAESTUS, then there should be, I feel like, there should be some kind of line of code somewhere in there that says that, right? So how could HEPHAESTUS not know about this? But, you know, suspension of disbelief and all that. Sure.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided.
Good.
Water sources have been purified.
Excellent.
And soil conditions remediated.
Amazing.
These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have HEPHAESTUS. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
You know how Gaia is basically pretty sentient herself? So let's say theoretically, and knock on wood and all that, she does fall into Far Zenith's hands. Can they make her do things that she doesn't want to do? I guess they might be able to do so with viruses and stuff, but they can't be like, hey Gaia, I want you to destroy the freaking planet right now, and then she'll do it, right? Especially because Elizabeth programmed her specifically to have compassion and all that so that she can make her own decisions.
found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seed stock.
And for that we need HEPHAESTUS. It's something to look into later then.
We didn't do this one, right? But it's not highlighted. Or actually, I think it is, but it doesn't have the little icon.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that.
Sounds
You
annoying.
mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
Yeah, Gemini was that one broken cauldron that we were at before, where Yara and Draka were juking it out. So there's a reason for that place.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
It's hardly a solution. It's basically giving up and being like, well, we can't win, but we can make sure that we can try again.
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world.
Yup.
So I guess it's on us.
It is.
We have to worry more about the short term than the long term.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that.
I am? Okay. Oops.
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
Without the code, is it really that sturdy? It's hard for me to imagine what it's actually like. Can't we just throw a bomb at it? Not even that?
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. I think Elizabeth knew one of them. Tilda. Did she ever mention her to you?
I thought she knew all of them.
No. Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
Okay.
I guess I should get going.
As you say, be well, Aloy.
Thank you, Gaia. Well, we're making efforts. Things are moving along. Oh! Pharaoh's tomb. We gotta find Alva again first. Great, we just saw her. I like her. I like her. Yeah, let's spend a little bit of time going backwards and maybe clearing up metal flowers and all that. Adamantine Reef. Who's got a quest for me?
Trapped in this living hell, and I just know our worth. Meat and bone. I'm the lost girl on Earth.
Are you?
That's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back, and she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
You guys don't have your own sports? Or I guess it might not be called sports? A melee pit.
How are things with Kotallo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him.
Oh.
I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it.
Well, good. Go look into the whole Sons of Prometheus stuff, okay? Maybe I'll see you at Barren Light.
I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Well, no one said this was gonna be easy.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
You better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm gone.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro. How he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work.
He deserves to be forgotten by everybody for all of eternity.
Well, Beta and Gaia built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing, it's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
I think there's a lot to think about in the long term. Like, we don't even know. I'm gonna assume this works. Okay, we get back Hephaestus, we fight them off. But the fact that they're immortal effectively, the technology of being immortal, plus them still being around and Sirius and all that. What happened with Sirius anyway? We don't know.
If I get Omega clearance and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. I'll be in touch if I need anything.
I'll make sure Beta briefs everyone on the pulse generators.
Good.
Zoe, you got something for me? No, I think Kotallo might.
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do.
Oh, that's new.
How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one's spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
You and Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
There's always Kotallo.
We've allowed Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
Don't forget about Beta.
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
I feel like our little found family here is trying to babysit Beta. As if trying to save the world wasn't enough work.
Is the reboot code for the land gods ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach.
I know where they are.
So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay, tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there. I'll take care of So, T, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your help.
We're not gonna let your people starve, Zoe. I promise.
We know where So is. We saw underwater. It's around here actually, around the base.
I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Hephaestus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
Everyone's got their own tasks. Kotallo? What you got for me?
Got a minute?
As many as you need.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
Yes, and I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping that Tenakth knew more about them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits. Hikaru sent out a patrol or two, but I don't recall them reporting back. We've had more pressing concerns, as you know. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you. It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
Anytime for you.
Found anything interesting during your training?
GAIA told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the 10 fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hekarro would have it so as well.
I hope we can get to that point.
What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training?
Machine strike.
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training.
Switching up physical training for mental training.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with GAIA. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
Oh, the prosthetic.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
Yes. GAIA insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
Maybe it's not even necessarily about him getting an arm back from like functional perspective, but he clearly really minds the arm because people in his tribe definitely treat him differently without the arm. If that makes any sense. Less about the arm and more about what the arm represents.
I should get going. I've got a long road ahead.
Should you need reinforcements,
I know who to call. I'll call you when I'm near the Zenith lab. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
thank you, Aloy.
Hey, once you get your arm back, maybe Hekarro will want you back. What about Beta? You alright? You got anything new? Or are you busy? Oh, the door is open. Oh,
Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door.
right.
What was this room for, Gaia?
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the repair bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged, likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out.
She was the only one who resisted, really. Everyone else is kind of like, well, okay, I'm gonna go rejoin Gaia now. I thought there would be a little bit more resistance. But I'm glad there isn't.
The vault. I found a locked door behind the vent in the basement. I wonder if that's it.
I've got to be more careful. Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just... I'm sure they've all got family they're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? I couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else. 11 more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
Oh, the vault. Yeah, I remember that door, but we don't have the code for it. Locking the blueprints, what did you put in there? What kind of secret blueprints? Like DNA stuff?
Looks like a power cell could fit here.
You're right. And where did I see a power cell before? We definitely saw one. This goes back to all the parkouring. It's Beta's room. Hey, Beta.
Hey, you got a second?
I suppose.
So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators?
GAIA sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of HEPHAESTUS, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance.
I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back.
Okay.
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
Yeah, sure.
At least Varl's talking to her. Our talks aren't going so great, but at least somebody's is, right? Now, where was the power cell? We've been looking at so many... Oh, maybe here. Yes. There were multiple here. Dump it down. I gotta keep the door open. Gotta pick up the cell myself. Lots going on here.
Okay, that console has power now.
Oh.
From the looks of this data, HEPHAESTUS has been trying to hack into the repair bay.
Oh!
Okay, doesn't look like it's been able to.
While we've been here or before? In the past 20 years or recently? Because that makes a big difference. Frostclaw. Where was that log? Repair bay log. RB Tau. Summary alert. Intrusion source external target firewall RC M1B. Active. Countermeasure. Phase shift. Alert. Breach firewall. Alert. Countermeasure failed. Alert. Main production external override. Alert. Downloading. Alert. Reboot purge successful. No dates? Well, they've been trying it. Oh my god. That's... Maybe they're aware. They're aware that we're trying to catch them. Best way to stop your enemy is to freaking get them before they even get you.